You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. That's Marcus.
What's up, Kellen?
Always full naming me.
Yeah.
That's Jessica.
Hi, Kel.
Hey, thanks, Jess. Jesus Christ. I'm going to start calling you by your middle
I'll save
name,
you
Marcus.
today.
I found that out. I found out
man,
the
I'm
middle
good with
name.
that. I am good.
I'll
with
save
that.
you now, Kel, because you'll probably make a comment that I'll have to drown you for later.
Yeah, you've waterboarded me a few times.
Damn, man.
All right. So before we get started, how was you guys' trip to Hawaii?
It was really
nice.
really good.
Really
we had
nice.
a really good time and really enjoyed being together as family.
Good.
It was
No
much
one got
needed.
stung. No one got stung by anything. No jellyfish.
No, but they were
No one stepped on
coming.
anything?
They were coming.
Were they?
There was a full moon like before we left. And so they come like 7 to 8 days after a full moon. So they probably fucked some people up. But they're probably currently fucking people up. But no, it was a vibe. We had a really nice time.
Yep. The pace was just slow enough. It wasn't like we didn't do anything, but we chilled. We definitely was in island mode.
I tried, and the kids are like, we don't want to do anything. Yeah. And I'm like,
it was good,
okay,
though.
I'll
I think they needed
down.
it too, because they're so busy. Of course, when they're
right
here at home, all the
right.
activities and whatnot, they just wanted to chill out.
They needed it. And it's so cool to see them. What I realized is they have their own like language between the five of them and their banter. And it's just, I thought it was really beautiful to see, and to see them, they colored together every morning, and it was a thing. And then we had to judge their coloring.
I remember doing that, of course, with my brothers and my cousins. We used to color and draw and do all that.
I mean, we did
our
that,
grandparents. Whose is better? Whose is better? And they would never give us a real answer.
We had to give real answers, and shout out to Kennedy. It was Kennedy for me most of the time. Anyways, and they would try to, they would swap papers so we wouldn't know exactly whose drawing was whose, coloring was whose. So it was cute, but they're just, yeah.
That's good. And what's cool is like, they're getting older. And so since they're getting older, there's that independence where they're starting to shape their views and beliefs. And especially, I mean, Carmen, she's 18 now, and so it's like, so she has they're starting to have their ideas of what they think life is. And that's cool. That's cool to see that amongst siblings that just do their thing,
Yeah.
So good stuff. All right. You guys ready to get to an email today?
Let's do it.
Let's get to the drama. We're going to go from the nice Hawaii trip, family time, to other people's drama and bullshit that we get to try to solve.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Hey, y'all. I think my man is cheating on me while overseas for work. He's a professional basketball player. I stayed in the U.S. last year because I couldn't handle the lifestyle anymore. They treat him like he's a king in other countries, and the groupies throw themselves at him. He just got back for the summer break, and he's acting distant, and my intuition tells me there's someone else. Jessica, as a former NFL wife, how would you handle this?
Why me? Why put me on the spot? Actually,
you're the expert.
How I would handle it is I would be overseas without a weapon. That's what I would be definitely over. No, that's not what I would do. I'm just kidding. I think you should trust your intuition. Don't shit off that feeling, because I think more often than not, people's intuition, there's something to it. So, like you said, he's already overseas thinking he's the shit. Getting treated like the shit. He is the shit. And let me preface this by saying this is not all athletes, and this is not how it is all the time, but it is pretty common. So he's over there. You left. He's getting all this attention. He's getting his ego stroked. All the things that men, athletes, people in general love. But specifically when you have that type of power and, appeal to everybody. And so obviously I have lost my train of thought.
Catch it. You got it.
I can't catch it. I forgot. What am I talking about? Sorry, guys. I guess today's the day.
Jesus.
I know. I was on a roll too. Completely
you were
forgot.
going.
I was. So anyways, to go ahead and wrap that up. But my point was, it's not that way with all athletes, but I do think that, again, the position that he's in over there, you already clearly don't have the fullest trust in him. I would trust, as tough as what it is, I would trust your gut. So what are you going to do?
Interesting. My take on this, and what I want to make clear to this young lady that sent the email, right? Women, and especially, I would say maybe in her position, I don't know, but sometimes, in most cases, women want a man that is wanted, a man that has some type of energy or power or star power, whatever you want to call it, right? That's probably how he got her.
Pause. What did you just say? Can you run that back? Did you say most women?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not true. What? Most women want men with power and all this kind of thing. That comes with a lot.
You're going to command a room. They don't want to.
Some people just want
an alpha.
Somebody just wants. Some people just want a life partner.
Well, throughout history, most women go after the alpha, even in the animal kingdom, right?
Oh, please don't try and do that. Don't try and do that. Don't try and go.
The biggest and the baddest lion is going to get all the women,
and shit.
right? That's how it works.
Do it.
So I would say tread a little lightly by saying that all athletes and the and all this kind of stuff, and what should I do, and
what?
As far as the women's perspective, and you said that a lot of athletes in this position or people,
right? But I thought you said don't say like what I said, all athletes. I did not say all athletes.
Okay, well, the only thing I'm getting at it is that this is how this young lady probably came. I don't need to clean it up.
Like orbits.
This lady came into the relationship with this man with this energy and this star power, and now that she's not there, it's making her a little bit uncomfortable. So maybe she needs to check herself as far as the trust and what's going on. And I'm not saying that the guy's not doing anything, but I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Well, of course you are. Of course you are.
That's usually how it works. And she's attracted to that. I'm assuming, and I'm just guessing now, attracted.
You have no idea.
I'm just guessing, but that's why in some cases, there's women that are attracted to that star power, is all I'm saying. And you can't say that that's not true.
Right. That is true.
Okay.
There are some women that are attracted, but do you think that's her specific case?
It could be. And I just want us to be careful by saying and thinking just because she's not there, that this is a bad trait. And just because other people are throwing themselves at him, don't blame him for that and her insecurities, unless there's something else that's been done that this man has done to make her insecure.
I don't know, but probably being in a whole net across the world will make you a bit insecure. We don't know. How long have they been together, Kel? Do we know this?
We do not know. We do not know.
These are things that you need to know, because if you haven't been together that long, absolutely trust your gut. And yeah, that's happening. But I mean, if you guys have been together for a while, and like Marcus said, it's just kind of the being so far away, anxiety kicking around in your head, that could very well be a possibility. However,
but
I don't think that's what it is.
But
what?
Does she really want to know the answer? Does she really want to know the answer?
Well, yes. Either so she can, get her shit together and get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
and say goodbye, or I think that's the only option.
That's not the only option. Or she can plan accordingly and she can prepare herself and maybe do her thing back home as well, right?
As in say goodbye.
Well, no, stay with the man because he has the star power.
And then
and do her.
But maybe she doesn't want to.
I know, but I'm just saying, does she really want to know the answer? Because she obviously is stressed out and wants to be with the man, right? And not saying that you don't. I'm just giving options here, right? Of what I've seen throughout my experiences.
Ooh,
right?
tread lightly.
No.
Go ahead.
Through what I've seen through my experiences, right? So it's a great question. And yeah, you could follow your gut, but I don't know. Just ask. And like I always say in all of these situations, it's about a conversation.
Made me call you out of your name.
It's about the conversation. It's about the conversation. And just because this man is getting treated like royalty in another country, that doesn't mean he's automatically cheating.
It doesn't. But chances are?
Right. And the chances are, well, we could say the same thing about the girl. The chances are that she's going to be the jealous girl because she's not there with the athlete. That's cliche and that's basic,
but maybe
right?
She's not. And maybe she has been given reasons. Maybe he's not responding as much. Maybe blah, 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 whatever. But, this is the day of social media. And I bet you, if you really wanted to, you could figure it out. I would be tapping into the team he's on and then going into different pages and I would do my own detective work and figure some shit out.
Yeah.
So she said that he got back for the summer and he's acting distant. Now,
oh yeah.
Wait, calm down, Jess. Jesus Christ. You about to make this woman, Jess, you're about to make her jump off the cliff. I feel like she might be overreacting a little bit. You have to remember this is a man that was playing basketball in another country for a substantial amount of time. He just got back home. He's probably tired. He's jet lagged. He's trying to get adjusted to being back over here stateside since he's been gone for God knows how long. No,
I gotta laugh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're giving hella excuses, but I love it. Right.
But you gotta take these things into consideration.
I'm not taking shit into consideration. You need to be coming back stiff as wood in my ass 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
That's fair.
If they don't got no kids, he ain't got to get go work his second shift. And he's distant? Nope. So Kel, cut the shit.
Listen, no, all I'm saying is you can't jump. If there's no proof of him doing anything, right? And she just has a feeling, then that can simply just be purely insecurity.
Actions
and
speak
maybe
words.
and you know what's crazy? Maybe he didn't do anything and he came back home and he's just like, you know what? I'm back home now and I'm not feeling this.
Yep, that could be too.
It could be that too. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't necessarily have to be cheating on her with somebody else or sleeping with somebody else.
Right.
He just might not even be into it anymore.
Right. I'm not feeling this. Because I'm feeling that over there in wherever he's playing basketball. That's what he's feeling. Or better yet.
Can't wait to get back, right?
Right.
I can't wait to the season.
Or he might be a little stressed out because he might have done a little too goddamn much. And yep.
And he got one on the way.
So
in another country.
You just never know.
Jesus.
You just I'd be distant too. But I'm kidding. I really am. But I understand what she's saying. I just do. And it's probably a little bit of insecurity with a little bit of anxiety, with a little bit of the truth. Right. Maybe he's not sleeping with somebody else, but maybe he's talking to somebody else. Maybe he's gone out with somebody else a couple of times. Even that is inappropriate. So he might not be cheating, but I think her intuition, there's something there.
And it takes work too. It takes work. And I was, of course, playing devil's advocate earlier, but it is this man's job to make his girl feel as comfortable as he can, right? You're living in another country. You got to do some extra work. It's tough to do a long distance relationship, right? So you got to put in extra time and the energy to try to make it work. And if he's not doing that, that's on him, and he can't be upset with this lady if she is feeling a little funny about it.
Right. You know, I don't think it's his job.
I think it is.
But I think it
is
should
his
be
job to
a
put his best foot
priority.
forward. Right. Yeah.
It should be a priority, but I don't think, clearly he can't make her feel secure just by, you know, because I'm sure she's been asking. Has she asked him yet? Has she told him? No, she hasn't asked him yet. But I don't know.
And if this dude is playing the game properly and wants to have his girl feel comfortable and have his cake and eat it too, you definitely want to make
Are you about to give a pointer?
Feel comfortable.
Are you
right?
really encouraging this? Are you giving?
I'm not encouraging. I'm just saying
a potential, like, what?
No, I'm not giving that. But
continue. You got to up your game. Make her feel more comfortable so you can go fuck over there while she feels comfortable. False sense of security.
You just gave the game. Marcus didn't even say that. You just said it.
He did just say that.
But that's what I'm saying. If you don't want to get caught, you need to be smarter. And I'm just being honest, right?
What?
What?
That's
if you're
silly.
it's not
You are
silly.
gonna get that man
if
stabbed.
you're gonna be over the, he's gonna get himself stabbed if he's not communicating with his girl, and then he's coming home and he's being all awkward and distant and stuff. If you want to keep your relationship or have two
do better
relationships, it's a stressful
that's a lot
play, right?
Yeah,
and everybody can't handle that. So if you're gonna be that guy, you can't get mad at your girl if she's all over your back and she's all insecure, she's stressed out, she's asking a bunch of questions and stuff because you're not doing your job and you're not on your game.
Yeah.
And can we also, we have to remember too, and don't bite my head off for this,
probably.
But no one told her to leave. She decided to come back stateside because she claimed that she couldn't handle the lifestyle. So no one told her to leave. So her leaving and then feeling some type of way, that's on her. Because it doesn't sound like he was like, I'm sending you home or you need to go home.
No.
So maybe if she stayed, she wouldn't be feeling the way that she's feeling right now. Maybe he feels some type of way because he's like, damn, you just bounced on me like that in the mid-season because you know, whatever. And how he feels some type of way when he comes back home. We got to think about these things. Like, men are emotional too, and there's men that when you're going, so
you're saying he might have felt some type of way. So basically you're saying that's why he's doing it, is because
we
he
don't
felt
know
some
if
type
he's
of
doing
way
it. So we don't really know.
She did what was best for her. Because obviously that situation, it might have been making her unhappy and stressing her out personally. So her choice, instead of being overseas with her dude that I'm assuming she's not married to, no support, no nothing, she decides to come back home. And you're saying that might be a reason because he's bitter.
Hey, dudes are petty like
it's
that.
It's an option.
It is an option.
Right, it's an option. But again, long distance in general, and maybe it wasn't what she thought. I'm going to go home. This is too much for me. It doesn't work. Okay, damn. And now that I'm back, I don't have my guy. I know what's going down over there. What do I do? I feel powerless. I feel like, I feel helpless. I feel stuck. It's probably the things that are going through her mind. And again, it's up to both of them, not just the guy, but to make each other feel comfortable. And it sounds like that's not what's going on. So these thoughts and everything are going to happen, and it's going to create more friction over time.
Right. Right.
Can I ask you guys a question? Do you think, and I don't know shut up, Jess. No, ask you guys a question though. Seriously though. Because I'm not a pro athlete and never was a pro athlete, whatever. I'm not in that world, right?
You're a dude though.
I am a dude, but do you think that women that get into these kind of relationships with athletes have to keep in mind the potential of what they're possibly stepping into. Because we're not saying that all athletes cheat, because they don't. Not all athletes are like that.
A lot do, though.
But like, do women should just damn it. But like, do you think though, like women, some of these women should like keep this in mind of like, hey, like, all right, I'm with an athlete that's really, really popular and people bow at his feet and he can have anything he wants at a snap of a finger. Like, there's certain things like I got to keep in mind that I know that I might be signing up for.
When you're talking to a young person, they're not keeping that kind of stuff in mind. Oh, he's an athlete. This is what they do. No. I will take my ass, for example. I was expecting complete devotion. Even after he was forthcoming with the information about him having a roster of girls he slept with, I still was hoping that, that I was going to be the number one, or that he was going to let all of them go. And I had that hope. I did not for 1 second think that he was going to continue to drag me through the fucking mud.
Never happened.
Here's my comment with that though, is like when a dude puts you through something like that,
mm-hmm.
it's making you it's finding out that like, oh yeah, like okay, like she's really down, like she's really a writer, she really wants to be here,
or she's stupid.
She's gonna get the top. I'm gonna give her the top spot. She's gonna get the ring. Just saying, as a dude, like we think like that.
Well, maybe.
Well, what I'll say, as a former young athlete, right? You go through phases.
Babies.
You go through phases, but there's a perception versus reality. What you see on TV, what you see on social media, and the Wilt Chamberlain type of stories and all this foolishness, right? That doesn't happen for everybody that is a professional athlete, right? And everybody that's a pro athlete is not that guy, right? Just because you're in the limelight and you got some cash in your pocket. If you're a lame and you're kind of this guy, you may get a bump up in your roster score, but it's not what people think. So I think there's a little misconception. Is that what I'm trying to say?
Today I'm a little foggy, I'm going to admit. What did you just say?
That is not all what people think. If you're an athlete, there's just not a slew of hoes lined up outside of the practice field for everybody. I'm saying it's not like that for everybody.
Oh my God, you just described how it is.
It's not like that for everybody. That's not true.
I think he has forgotten where he came from.
That's not true.
I think so. Training camp.
I'm saying for everybody. I'm saying for
all
everybody.
All of us were lined up.
It's not like that.
It's
not like that. It's definitely not like that. Everybody is not that guy. There's a couple guys on each team that really can work a room, or they got their team, they got their roster, but everybody don't have it like that. So, and you interrupted.
But they can have it like that if they want it like that. It's a choice sometimes not to have it like that.
Sometimes. And what I was going to say,
if they can have it like that, God damn it, they're having it like that.
And some guys are honest and they don't want to be in relationships though. And that's at times they're getting, the people that don't understand that, as in the women, right?
Are you talking to me?
No, the people that don't understand that. So it just has to be an understanding. If there's an understanding and there's truth, I think that's where a lot of the issues come about. If guys are lying to these women and telling these women that you are the only one and there's nobody else in my life, I think that is terrible to do to somebody, right?
But I also think it's terrible to start sleeping with somebody that wants to be the only one, and the athlete continues on in that same manner, and I don't think that's right either.
Well, if there's always options, then right on for both parties.
There is always options. There is.
That's the point I want to make is no one is forcing you to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's forcing these women to stay. Like, I've heard of a story of an athlete dude that used to come back home from overseas. And he used to tell chicks, he used to be like, I'm going to let you know right now that I'm seeing other girls and I'm kicking it with other chicks and other girls are going to be around. So if you want to be around for that, cool. If you don't have to be. And the chicks would still come and kick it and be around and would feel some type of way. But it's like, you can't get mad because this man done already told you, like, this is what it is. I know regular dudes that aren't even athletes that do that.
I know. It's a dude thing. So just imagine when you have a little bit of power and status and money. I'm telling you, not all people, not even most people, but people abuse power.
They do.
Athletes, we're looking at it now. Politicians, doctors, lawyers, police, people with that type of godlike complex, they abuse power. They just do. And so.
And with that, it's sad, but people, women, men gravitate towards that power, right? And
yep.
Right. Like you said, to your point.
Yeah. They lose their natural defenses or whatever, right? And they kind of just walk into the light, right? And the light is really fire, and then they get burned, and then
what?
I try to bring that together, but all I'm saying is that people kind of lose their sense, or they lose their common sense when they get in front of somebody that they see in this position
that has already lost their common sense as well.
Whether it's their hero or they put people in this God position. So it's just a nasty game. So like I said, it's about honesty if you want to play the game right. But dragging people through the mud with lies and all that kind of stuff. So I hope this young man is not lying to this young lady that sent over the email. And I hope she can get some clarity and they can come to some type of understanding or a common ground, right?
Yeah.
You don't think it can happen?
No. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is that if you feel some type of way, you are not being forced to stay. You don't have to stay. But the problem with that is like a lot of these women, they don't want to stay, but they gonna stay because they don't want to block their blessing. So there's that part of it where it's like, well, shit, he take care of me. I got this little lifestyle, like whatever. I don't want to block my blessing, but at the same time, it's crazy how some people are willing to be treated like shit just so they can keep a blessing. It's wild to think about that.
Just not athletes either. Let's it's just a thing. It's a thing in general.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And even with that,
you don't got to be an athlete for that.
I always like to talk about the opposite side too. Guys, like we can play this role and I want to have all these women. I want this roster and stuff like that. But a lot of dudes be in their feelings and they are kind of just playing this or doing this because this is what everybody's supposed to do, right? You're a pro athlete. You've seen it in the movies and you've seen all this stuff, but you can miss your blessing as well as missing a nice woman that could really be by your side because you was caught up in some BS.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
And it can go the opposite too. Bums that just mooch off of women and shit. They could be missing their blessing too of like somebody that they care for very deeply and love and respect. And they disrespect those women too. So like Marcus said, it's universal. It's just not athletes to women, women to athletes. It's the same fucking thing. It's universal. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, you got to grow up listening to Sugar Free. Because if you grew up listening to Sugar Free.
That is very true.
You know what I'm saying?
I second that.
You know what time it is.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she ain't around the way. I say it all the time. What I say, Marcus? She ain't around the way, girl. She just the up the block bitch. I mean, man, come on, man. Oh, my pimp is coming out now. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That-
Free. Mm-hmm.
Don't
That's my
listen to
favorite
that.
rapper.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, nah. But interesting conversation. No, but you guys are right. Like, I think to conclude, like, you know, if she does feel some weird intuition, have a conversation with him. If she doesn't get what she wants out of it, maybe she should just walk away.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know, it's not worth, to me, it's not worth, you know, pulling your hair out,
Right.
feeling like shit, thinking that, hoping that you're not the one that's crazy, you know?
Right.
So.
And if you can't walk away, then just be prepared to, you got to accept it and figure out how you want to move forward with your dude. If that is the case and you're not ready to walk away. So it's all about your happiness, yours. Who gives a fuck about him?
Word.
Your
Any
happiness.
final words, Marcus?
Honesty and clarity. If they really want to make this work, I think there's a way to make this work. And you talk about the distance. You talk about how this dude is being treated like royalty while she's not there. So let's figure something out. Okay. Maybe I need to visit every month, right? Or I guess every week or every weekend or whatever it is to make her feel comfortable. And I guess that works for the budget and that's going to work for the relationship. If they really want to make it work, they can make it work. She can get her answers. The guy can prove himself or show himself to her that he's really into her and he doesn't really care about all the BS that comes with the job. And he is about the real life and not about the fantasy or the social media life that everybody thinks that he's living. He's innocent till proven guilty.
Guilty till proven innocent. In this case.
Shit, that's funny.
Why?
I like it. Truly Unruly, y'all. Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. Remember, follow us on all things social at Truly Unruly _podcast. And if you want us to answer your questions, email us at trulyunrulypodcast@gmail.com and listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform. Like, review, subscribe. That helps us out a lot. And of course, you can catch us every Sunday on Converge. Word. All right, y'all. Till next time, peace and much love.